work on their craft.
$1 million an episode.
Sheldon was getting too.
Oh, he will.
Yeah, Sheldon was getting more than everybody. He was a main character. Then it was Penny and then Leonard.
Yeah, I could have sworn Penny would have made more than Sheldon.
No, the show's about Sheldon.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the
Sheldon
new Allegiant
and Penny
Stadium
almost
in
equal.
Las Vegas.
Then Leonard and
Like the
right
fanfare
under.
of introductions to an NFL
then
game,
Howard
and that was in
and
evidence
Bernadette.
a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Las Vegas Raiders.
It's all about the character. It's all about what the writers He made one to be the main character of the show. They wanted Sheldon to be the main focus.
Good coverage.
He wanted to be the only to play Sheldon. Sheldon's awkward. Very awkward. Yeah, but Sheldon's way awkward than all of them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
To your mom.
Not the start that he was looking for. He's going to be ready to drop behind the line.
Block for brother.
Officially lost in 2 on the first play from scrimmage.
It was
Second down.
Second and 12 at the 15-yard line.
They run with Howard. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain. And now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Well, the Raiders.
On a 2nd and long, it's really
I mean,
nice
they
to see an
had a trade meeting on
running the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Oh, Riggs, the receiver?
No, the D-line.
Oh, nah, he ain't
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
I mean, he's still young.
Just a yard on a 1st down.
That's why they not
Second
gonna do it.
and
You saw it.
9.
You already saw it.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuck the run.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Hang time.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carroll. Next one runs. And get this one across the 35. 16 yards of 1st down.
Got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance.
You know what I'm saying? College, they play a lot of zone.
I would dare say that
Pros,
this
they
week
play
in
a lot of
practice,
man.
there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated.
7-yard line.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I thought Gronk was like 2 or 3 years older than fucking California.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give
but he
credit
had
to
all the
defense.
touchdowns in Kansas City.
Job.
Alex Smith was giving him the ball all the time.
They won their battles at the
That's why he got so
line
many
of scrimmage,
catches in his
left
career.
space to try and run.
Yeah, that's when Alex Smith, he was like, Alex Smith had to do a touchdown to a receiver in like a year some change. And always been Kelsey.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
He's 24 years old.
And 2.
Only 24.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
He was feeling himself. You been hitting them. That's all that matters. What you do now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Ooh.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raiders touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Jets nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
at their own 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
This is Howard on second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Sanderson. And it's caught by Herndon. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Kemba in this league.
On first down, Sanderson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away at second down.
Second and 10.
To throw again, Sanderson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Yeah, it would be
They
better
get
if
7
he
out of
kept
that,
running.
so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Huh?
We know he has pretty good hands on display.
I wanted
In fact,
more
he needed
yards.
one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
A gain of 6.
And Baker.
And the Jets first down.
But no tomatoes.
Throwing on first down, Sanderson.
He can't catch because
It was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
Second and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Sanderson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The running back again.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Sanderson. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? sacked right around the 17.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
So much more something that could just so next.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you want those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Play action. Carroll. Buying time to his left. Now he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Nice, not waiting with him.
And extra money.
Looking to throw. Carroll. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
That's about it, brother.
Come on now, nigga. That's a great goddamn play.
To throw again. Carroll. They'll roll him out right. Crossing route complete. It's Franklin. And they are in the field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. 23 yards the pickup there. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Jacobs. And that's a touchdown. But hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Why don't you have?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. At a gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
You should be.
They'll run on first down with Marlon back. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Rafu?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I see you see that
from the gun, Carroll. That's
Gino Washington.
tight end, first in a row. That's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 39. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10.
I was saying me and Gino Washington moving. That's why they answer.
No, you said
They'll run it out.
Yeah, we watched the movie.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
There's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Now that play is blown out, losing yardage back at the 35. He loss 2, and it brings up 4th.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
That's your class.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
To kick off for Las Vegas.
I need a touchdown, you know what I'm saying?
Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard short of the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Don't know why I do.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Sanderson. And too much
Come on,
juice.
dog. Come on, Sanderson. Make that pass before a long play, brother.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And taken right on the 30.
Back there, 15.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. He was just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Off the play fake. Sanderson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. But I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love. Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They run it with Jacobs, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down.
Can't play if you're not a big
Score Raiders 19, Jets 3.
That's still crazy that you're playing. That's 43.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw. Carroll. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. But with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up, because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
And he'll bang that one through.
Raiders 26, Jets 3.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Super good.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. Operating from the gun, Sanderson. That's caught by Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Eluding the pressure right. From across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he was stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right.
Why not throwing on his head? Come on.
And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over first.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues
black
to
man.
move. No better way to close out a game than to tackle those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 20-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
3rd and 1.
Trying to run for this with Matt. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they will take a knee here.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game.
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Las Vegas, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jets, what else is new?
Drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you stuck to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me slow this down. Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way. A lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't kill what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them. What I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's slide to the click all in.
I'm sorry?
I got outs. If you drop, I just dance. I was taught, they just watched. Had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents.
Come on.
Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I quote it again and again.
Give me.
I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
You still don't want him after minutes. What you want, all pro or Madden?
I mean, it's whatever you feel.
Whatever you want.
No, I don't care. What you feel like? Well, you're already on all pro, so.
Yeah, but I can easily switch all Madden. Just leave it.